You've heard plenty of stories about big bad boys like Paul Bunyan and Pecos Bill, but what about the toughest woman in Louisiana, Annie Christmas? I'm Liz, and this is 50 States of Folklore. Louisiana's legends of Annie Christmas are just as epic as John Henry and just as tragic. Annie was the biggest, baddest woman in the American South. She stood well past 6 feet, weighed in at 250 pounds. She spent most of her days doing what folks would call a man's job in man's clothes. Towing boats one-handed, unloading shipments of flour 3 barrels at a time, all dressed sensibly in pants and sporting a better mustache than most longshoremen could boast. But sometimes she was feeling her feminine side, and then it was all any man could do to resist her. She'd shimmy into red satin and dress her hair with peacock feathers. And she was the madam of the most successful brothel in the bayou. But lest you forget her tough reputation under all the finery, she always wore a necklace that was 30 feet long, 1 bead for every man whose keister she'd kicked. Unfortunately, when you go as hard as Annie did, you love as hard too. When she finally met a man who was her match, she fell head over heels for him. And for some insane reason, he wasn't interested. So she put on all her finery, walked into the river, and no one ever saw her again. You can read more of Annie's story in these sources, both of which I highly recommend. Let me know in the comments who your favorite folk heroes are and where else we should travel on this 50 States series.